Now, in my little setup this morning, I talked about the real competition is ICE cars. And that's who we really want to defeat. And I think some of these price changes and whatnot are aimed more at the ICE cars than they are at the other EV cars. Not to say they don't affect the other EV cars, but I think they're aimed more at the ICE cars. But in any case, I think what you and I are going to spend most of our time on is really the other EVs, just to understand them and to help our listening audience understand which are likely to be the winners and the losers, who's doing well now, who's talking a good show, who's not. Maybe there's some investment opportunities out there. We're not investment advisors, but you might hear about one or more of these companies and go, wow, maybe I should have at least some of my portfolio over there as well. So we have General Motors. General Motors, wasn't there a time when General Motors was the number one car manufacturer in the world?
Yeah, I think when they hit 10 million, I think they were, yeah.
Right. And now they're down, I don't know, not counting their $5,000 car in China, I think.
Counting that, they made like 225,000, but I'm only giving them 30% of that car.
Yes, of course.
Because it's CIC and Wuling and GM, so they can only take 30% of that sales. But if they give them 30% of that sales, they made 225,000 EVs last year.
Total.
Yeah, total.
Yeah. Okay. So General Motors, lots and lots of they seem to be taking a page out of Elon's book and saying, okay, we're going to make this Cadillac, we're going to make this Hummer, we're going to make all these high-end cars, and we'll make money on those, and then we'll start making less expensive cars. And they seem to be on the right trail, and yet they are shipping 225,000 cars. And I don't think many of those are Cadillacs or Hummers, are they?
Nope. That's less than 40,000. Yeah, I think
Mary led.
Mary led all the way from 10 million down to 6. So that's great. Anyway, no, I actually think, yeah, they came out with the Hummer and the Lyric, but they haven't really sold much of them. So they can really already be coming out with the Equinox or whatever it's called, the next one. They're more affordable. Is because Tesla made the Roadster to get money, to make the S to get money, to make the 3 and so on. GM is running out, making models after models after models, and they haven't really sold anyone to earn the money to make the next model. So they're just spending money and making a lot of models. So not completely a copy of Tesla's playbook here. And yeah, I have a hard time seeing them really pick up the pace here, because they have been talking so big talk for the last couple of years, and they produced, I can't remember the numbers, but it was like 1,000 Hummer EVs or something during the whole year, and Lyric something similar. And so the only real car they have produced is the Bolt that they have produced for many years. So it's not a new car. They just stopped production because of the battery problems. Right. And then they started production up again. So this should be a car that they could just ramp up, because they've done this car for years and they're still only making like 30,000 or 35,000 or something for the whole year of 2022. So they have yet to show us they can ramp up EVs to an amount that really matters by themselves, not just counting the Wuling Mini EV that is doing very well in China.
Yeah. I would have thought maybe they should have started with a Vet.
Yeah.
You want to start with an expensive car. Why you start with a Cadillac or a Hummer? Start with a Vet. I mean, that's still an iconic car that that folks could say, okay, an electric Vet, boy, that could be,
so they have a long way to go, also because people's like, yeah, but they have the Bolt, and is it already an affordable EV? Yes, but it doesn't matter if they're not earning money on it. Then the company is going to go away if they continue that way. So they have to make an affordable EV soon and really ramp up production so they can start earning money and get some economy of scale and all this. Because they have also been out talking about how their pouch cells was much better than these cylindrical cells, and now they are making a 180 on that one, saying, maybe those cylindrical cells was actually the best ones. They should have listened to Elon that did warn them about pouch cells. So that's the only thing I'm actually a little bit worried about Ford, because they are also having pouch cells in their Lightning and stuff like that. If that goes wrong as well, that could end Ford. So
that raises an interesting question. With all of these guys struggling, and we'll finish up General Motors here in a second, but we'll use Mary as our foil. With all of these companies, all these major top companies struggling so much to get EVs on the road, to get the software right, to even get the batteries right, why haven't, to our knowledge at least, maybe you know something I don't, none of them are approaching Tesla and asking for help?
Yeah. I think eventually some will do that. I think Jim Farley even said it at his interview with Sandy Monroe once, that they are open to anything. So maybe, he didn't say that, but maybe they will rent something like software from Tesla or something like that at some point. I could see that, because that's where they are struggling, and that's what the rumors is, why the Cadillac Lyriq is not out yet and why they're not producing it, because they can't get their software to work properly. Kind of the same thing we saw with the ID.3, that they produced in a whole year before they started deliveries, and the car wasn't even ready at that point with the software. So I think GM is kind of struggling with the same thing here, that they are not producing many because they can't get them to work properly because of software. So that's
well, and I think it was you who wrote a major section in the Elon Musk mission talking about the software that runs the plant. And so if you can't get the software right to run the car, then how far away are you from getting the kind of software that would run your manufacturing plant? And according to Elon, that is where Tesla is the farthest ahead, is in the manufacturing capability. Yeah. So all these major manufacturers, he's putting up his hand and saying, no, we're a better manufacturer than any of you guys. Yeah. By a lot. And it's probably mostly because what we've done in terms of software to allow us to do these cells, and now to do the unboxing and all these things. You can't do it without software. Yeah,
exactly. And the automation they have is also like 70% automated, their factories. And I can't remember the numbers, but Volkswagen's like 30% or something like that. So it's very, very different what Tesla is doing here. So
Lars, as always, it's genuinely a pleasure to have you on my show. And your show is doing phenomenal. I keep watching your numbers just keep going up and up and up. So congratulations on that. And you seem to be taking lots of vacation. So that's good.
Yeah. Trying to relax a little bit.
Do a little relaxing. All right. Well, any last words for my audience today, and then we'll let you go.
Yeah, this has just started. This is just getting started. I think Investor Day was really a good showcase of this is just getting started with the whole energy side of the business, robot side of the business, it's charging infrastructure. I think, yeah, there's just so much stuff. Because people are always just asking me, don't you run out of things to say? Like in your videos, like, not when it comes to Tesla, no. Like we're just getting started.
All right, well, great, Lars. Again, lovely to have you here. Hey, everybody, go to his channel, sign up for his channel, sign up for his Patreons, follow him on Twitter, do all that stuff. I'll make sure all of that information is in the information below. And, you can like this channel too, if you kind of liked what we just did. And Lars, see you again soon, we hope.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me, Randy.
All right, great.
Click the link below to get your paperback, Kindle, or audiobook now.